Good morning. Well, grand rising, my peoples, my family, my internet family. You know, grand rising. Man, I wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about a few things. Not gonna hold you for too long. Not gonna hold you for too long. Okay, so give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So earlier, I will say earlier yesterday, I'll put it like that. Well, I will say early that day of yesterday. Someone came to the house, and you know, they was needing some things. But they also said one thing that I kind of was like raising my eyebrow on. They were like, I may have to, come back and stay. And in my head, I feel like that's no problem with you coming back, but don't feel the need to think that I'm supposed to, you know, help you out. Because I feel like when you reach certain ages, you should already you should already have your stuff together. And, whatever type of funds you have, you should be able to keep that and support yourself instead of looking at others to help you out, you know, because you just don't know what the next person has going on for themselves. And for you to think that you want to come back around where it's a little bit of a safe haven, and you think that people are, that's supposed to be blood, is supposed to, come to your need, and that's not going to be the case. In my head, that's how I think. You know, I wouldn't dare to try to go out there and bother other folks, or I would say, let me keep it real, bother other family members or friends with my shit. I need to get my shit together now. If you done been locked up, I can understand that, you're looking for somewhere to get paroled off to. You may have to stay there for a little time being for the time being. But if it ain't that case and you thinking that you just wanna hop and jump and skip and think that you are fin to move in somewhere quick, fast, and here because your family, you may need to rethink that. You may need to rethink that. Because everybody ain't gonna be with the whole let me help you out for the hundred sometime. At some point you gotta get it. And if you don't get it, you'll be sitting up there years later on down the line expecting people to feel sorry for you. Look, I would say some may feel sorry for you for the time being, but just know they're not gonna go all out and over and beyond for you because you're grown. And when you're grown, you gotta watch what you do and how you do it, and when you do it. And if you not staying on your toes, that leaves everybody on that's on the outside looking in. It's like, what are you doing with yourself? What's going on with you mentally? You know, because it should no human being be out here really expecting someone to give them really a goddamn dime. You know, and that may sound a little harsh because some folks out here are are homeless, but even when it comes to them, with the regular average working citizen should not be donating any damn thing to them. Look, show them where the nearest shelter is at, if you ask me, and feed them. You ain't got to give them a dime. And if they don't want your request of trying to put something on their stomachs, and they want to deny that, you move your butt. You know, don't fit. You ain't gotta feel bad either about doing that, because at the end of the day, when these folks get out here and get to panhandling, look, after you done gave whatever you done gave to them, look, they either going to the dope man or the liquor store. It's that simple. They either going to those two places. They're not worrying about, oh, what I gotta eat for the time being to hold me over so I don't be hungry for the whole day. They're not thinking about that. They're just thinking about the next fix. That's why I suggest, you know, watch who you are going to support in your life, or really around you in your life, because some of these folks be having so much going on in their heads and in their little worlds, and they be expecting you to come to their aid, and you ain't gotta. You're not responsible for their problems. You're not responsible at all. That's why I look. Anytime someone new, well, I would say anytime someone old that I know of, not when I say old, I would say someone that I know of. I would say older person. That I've been knowing you. That's what I mean by that, not by the age. But when I see familiar faces from middle school, elementary, high school, or friends of the family, I have questions in my eyebrow. And look, I raise my eyebrows because I want to know, why are you coming around so quick, fast, in a hurry? You ain't been coming around, so obviously you want something. That's how I be. Obviously you want something. Because I done seen it too many times where folks, they used to show their face so much, and then after a while you won't see them again. It's like they don't even exist. But let something on their end crash down, they back at your doorstep. Hey, how you doing? No, hey, how you? And it ain't no, hey, how you doing? If any damn thing, I should be asking, what the hell you want? hmm I see it too. Look. I done seen it too many times. Folks getting played, getting run game on them because they be lowering they guard down and giving in to these folks out here. You ain't gotta give in to them, because 9 times out of 10 they be full of shit. Some of these folks out here be full of shit. Be full of it. Which is why I'm so glad that I am. I don't give a damn about being with the crew. I love my friends, but my friends also know that I gotta have my time too, and they respect that, and I respect their time too, because I don't be trying to be all in their faces. You know, it's bad enough that I got it to the point where I don't really like seeing the same faces every day. So therefore, if I ain't gotta be bothering you like that, you won't. Yeah. Well, I would say if I ain't gotta be bothering you on your ass, you really won't be hearing or seeing me, because I ain't trying to see you either. Folks got their own way of moving around in this world. I would say everybody has a regimen. If you ask me, everybody has a regimen how they want things to go for that day, really for all the days, that you're on this earth. But everybody has a regimen. And if something is like in the way of that, it's just like, oh man, you got to be careful because it may fuck it up, you know. Or you just have to, go with the flow. Because sometimes it's gonna be some days where, I'm sure everybody can relate to this, where it's just like, oh my goodness, like why is this happening? Why is this going on right now? But hey, it's just a part of life, something that we gotta go through. Sometimes I be having questions, but I don't question why some things happen, but I do be wondering why do certain things be happening. I just be wondering, like, what is the reason for that happening, and what am I supposed to learn from it? Which I can use my own common sense for that, but I just have questions. hmm I just have questions. And I think I got one more topic before I go. It's early. Everybody's probably asleep right now or on somebody else's live. But if you catching the replay, I appreciate you for even listening. You know, hearing the birds chirp in the background and the sirens. I'm used to that. But on that note, what was I going to say before I call it a day? Really, before I go back to sleep, put it like that. Um, what I was gonna say? Um, yeah, I saw something a little off-putting to me. I don't know this. I don't understand this. When a content creator have a falling out with a friend, how come they ex friend want to come on their panel, try to talk trash and try to dog about? You know, it is like you still was. I mean, like how long have you guys, still been in dealings, and you still feeling like this? You need to let it go. Let it go. Sometimes it's not good to hold on to certain things. And to be holding on to how you felt and how somebody made you feel. Look, honestly, look, we all done got I would say, not angry, but we all done maybe said some things, heard some things that may got, us in our spirit, a little offended. But at the same time, it wasn't a big deal because this is just YouTube. And we all have real lives outside of pressing that record button or really going live. But all that holding on to certain things, you need to let that go. Because I'm sure it's a lot more serious situations and things that you probably are dealing with that's going on right now in your life besides a YouTube or a clicking of you. You know, let's be real. Let's be real on that. And that goes for a lot of folks out here. I'm sure a lot of people out here got a lot of real life problems going on. They ain't gonna tell you or talk about it. But yeah, that's going on. You know, we all deal with it. Whether it's a bill that we gotta continue to pay on or paying on now, or anything, you know, anything that you may need for yourself, and if you are married, or with kids, you gotta. Hey, it's a lot. It's a lot. Mm, it's a lot. But I don't know. I just don't. When I seen certain activities like that on YouTube, it just kind of blows my mind. Like, damn, why are you coming out of the woodworks? Where are you coming from? Like, you need to let that go and talk about something else. But it seems like a lot of times people want their name in the mix. You know, all because something's going downhill for another content creator. They feel the need to want to add their opinion on it, which they have a right to, but just don't be coming out trying to bash another content creator because you done found out that they have another falling out with another friend. Like, where you come from with your information? And you may have known this person, but that's how you feeling right now. Wow, you need to let that go. Folks be holding on to so much. Holding on to so much. That's one thing about me, you guys. I don't hold on to things that don't mean a lot to me. Now, and I ain't gonna lie, I got it so bad to the point where I be shaking a lot of things off, and sometimes a lot of things be slipping my mind, and I gotta stop doing that because I be forgetting some certain things. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I come off like I got autism. Well, not autism, but what is it? Alzheimer's, and I be forgetting things. But I just don't. A lot of things just don't really stick sometimes with me. It just fades away. Just kind of like I don't really care about it. You know, I don't care about it. Mm-mm. I'm not one of those types. I'm not holding on to things that happened 5 and 3, 4, 6 years ago, or when I was a little kid, and some trauma happened to me. Whatever happened, happened. You know, I'm still living. What I'm saying. I got breath in my body. I got clothes on my back. I ain't got too much to complain about because everybody don't have what you have. Everybody don't have what you have, and I'd be a damn fool be over here complaining about what I don't have. You better be glad you better be glad with what you do have, because you know, in actuality, you probably shouldn't even deserve to get that or whatever, really to have that. I'm grateful and appreciative. I don't care what, the people can come on here and roast me and drag me, do whatever they gotta do. But at the end of the day, I know the truth. I'm not over here soaping and mad and I may like to talk my shit, but other than that, just understand that I'm talking my shit. And after I press that, hey, we getting off of here, you know, hey, I'm living my life. I'm having fun. I can do and lounge around and work and do whatever I want to do because I'm supporting myself. hmm And I'll be there if I be over here stressing out about some shit that's been said and and let me keep it really real, some shit that don't really mean too much of nothing. Come on now, we got most shit to worry about than some damn YouTube shit. I be a little bit like taken back when I see certain people that be a little bit too invested. Like, why are you so invested so much? Like, you do know this is just the internet, you know. You can get out your feelings. Don't bring your feelings for too long. Don't get to crying on, ain't nothing wrong with expressing yourself. But when you get on here and just be trying to explain your bad behavior, I understand taking accountability, but when you are on a rampage or just coming on here and you may be a little off, you maybe didn't take your medication, and then you want to come back and try to apologize for how you acted, that's a little bit much. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's a little bit much. And when you get that criticism from your actions, you really should think, like, maybe I should change that. Maybe that's not a good look. Mm-mm. But see, you don't want to listen. A lot of the times they don't want to listen. So it's like me telling you how to be. I'm really wasting my breath because you're not gonna listen. You're still gonna do. You're still gonna think how you are behaving and doing things is cute. So go right ahead and learn on your own. Which is gonna be the hard way and not the good way. You're gonna get a lot more negative attention than good attention. And see, a nigga like me, I get positive attention. Every now and then, I would say every blue moon, because it don't happen all the time. But every blue moon, I get a troll. But the majority of that love that I do get, hey, babe, it's nothing. It's positivity. I would have thought it would be the opposite way. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would thought it would be the opposite way. You know, and I'll be getting all type of just hatred, but I get more love than hate, and I feel so blessed by that. Makes me feel really good that I get more positive than negative. But even if I was getting that negative a lot more than the positive, I'd still be feeling the same way about myself. You know what I'm saying? When you love yourself, a lot of the things that people say to try to hurt you don't mean a hill of beans. You know you. And you answer to what you need to answer to and not what you don't need to answer to. Because every curse word, every name that may be said about you don't even really have to have a response. You don't. It don't. That's why I chose a lot of the times to not even respond sometimes in a negative way sometimes, because a lot of the times I wanted to really just say some really ugly things, but at the same time I didn't want my followers, to be all look at me. Well, I would say looking at me in a type of way of saying that I'm fucked up, even though I can be a little fucked up sometimes, but I didn't want that on me like that. So I chose a lot of the times to just keep my mouth shut, and I may sing it out, or I may say a little bit, and that's gonna be it. You know, that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna continue, you know, making a video after video after video. If I got time to do it, I do it. But honestly, if I ain't got the time to do it, I'm not doing a goddamn thing for the next enemy that's against me. You know, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's why I don't be out here trying to be, sing, say my name. I don't need none of that. I'm not an attention seeker. Even though I may get some attention, but I'm not an attention seeker. Um, I like to be in the cut. Don't notice me. Shit, just look. Just know I'm in the crowd. You know, I don't want people all in my face. I don't like a lot of people in my face and my business and my proximity. Like, give me a couple of feet away, because I know you're coming with something. You got a motive while you're coming at me. hmm And even if the ones that don't, but I'm just keeping it real. Sometimes folks having some shit on their psyche, and then they want to sell it to you like you a fool. Knowing really goddamn well I know the game. You can't try to play old tricks on a dog that's already been seasoned. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. He's look, the dog is gonna notice through all the bullshit. Just like anybody, you know. I would say some of these same folks, then they notice the bullshit from you crazy ass folks out there. hmm We gotta be mindful. We gotta be mindful. Have the spirit of discernment. Because my discernment, boy, be going. Sometimes I be a little wrong. But the majority of the time, I ain't gonna lie to you, I be right. Checking it off. Like, I knew what you was gonna do before you even did it. And before you even said how you wanted to do it and move around with me. hmm That's how strong my spirit of discernment is. It is. Like, folks think they can play me and try to say this and say that to me. Like, I'm not going for everything that you're saying to me. I'm dissecting it. If I want to even be involved with anything you're trying to spit my way, I'm not easy like that at all. What's up, Tristan Bill? How you doing? You know, I'm not easy like that. You can't. I'm not that influenced to the point where I just want to, be on the whole yes train. I'm not gonna be on the yes train when it comes to any and everybody out here. Everybody's getting questioned, you know, and that's how it should be. That's good. I'm doing okay too. You know, that's how it should be. Everybody needs to be questioned. Hey, no one is out to be trusted. Nobody, no matter how much in love you may be in with them, but you know, ain't nobody out here to be trusted like that. And let me take that back. You know, if you're in love, you can trust one you can. Well, I say if y'all have that relationship and y'all know each other, y'all got that trust. But for the other ones out there, you got your own a private account, and then you want to try to try to do this and that, be sneaky. Don't want your husband to know what you're doing, or your wife, what they doing. You gotta be wild. You gotta be mindful and watch out for that. Watch out for that. That shit is some real stuff. I done seen folks done left their husband and wives, penniless, not a damn dime. Like, girl, what was you thinking, nigga? What was you thinking? Mm-mm. But I do really believe that now people have been expressing that marriage is a partnership. But I feel like it can be that. But I feel like if you really are in love with someone, you know, that's a different thing. It's just like you're making your vows and y'all becoming as one union together, and you willing to hey, through good times and bad times, still stick by each other, because it ain't gonna be perfect. That's why I never understood why folks be out here going out, I would say, looking for advice for a relationship. Look, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I didn't even need goddamn advice when I was a kid trying to date people. So why do I need that advice now that I'm an older person going around trying to see how did y'all make it? No, we're gonna figure this thing out like we've been doing, and we're gonna keep it rolling. You know. Now, if you need some advice and you don't know because you ain't been taught, go out there and get it. But for the ones that do know already, stop asking questions that you already know your answers to when it comes to certain individuals out here. Come on now. How did y'all make it? How do you do this? How exactly just how you doing it right now? That's how they did it. And they still and they still together to this day. Folks be really asking these older people, these elderly folks, oh, how did you make it these amount of years? Yeah, they made it just like how you making it right now. Still sticking each other. Look, they are still sticking by each other's side. Mm-hmm. They ain't go. She ain't look. He ain't going nowhere, and she ain't going nowhere either. This is it. I'm just saying. Folks be killing me with that. I just don't understand that shit. And it's like we still have the same recycled conversations every year. Why do men cheat? Oh my goodness. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the baby mamas and the drama. I'm tired of my job. Well, I have folks making complain about that. I understand that too. I'll be tired of my job too. But you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta always complain about it. Hey, do something about it. You know, if you don't like where you working at right now, shit, move around. Try to find someone. When you try to find another place better. Ain't nothing wrong with doing. Leveling up. Because sometimes working at those fast food joints may not be where I would say someone of my age should be. They should be doing something different. That's something that people that's in high school and maybe a 20 or 2 year old would maybe do, not someone in their 30s. But if they have to resort to that, go right ahead, get that check, you know. But just know, don't stay there for too long. Continue to level up. That's what we all should be like. We all should be on that type of vibe of leveling up. You know, don't get too comfortable. Don't stay where you are at, and because it can leave you in stagnant. You know, but continue to just, hey, I had enough at this. Well, I would say when you are dealing with a project or whatever you are at in your life, when it comes to you making money and you feel like you're a little bit unhappy, just, hey, tell yourself, hey, it's time for me to move on. And don't feel bad about anybody telling you, oh, you need to stay there because you done been there some years. You know what? Continue to move on. Continue to move on. It's all right. They ain't gonna miss you. Shit, they gonna miss your help, but they ain't gonna miss you. And we're about, if you're gonna be getting any what is that, I forgot what they call that, benefits. They just looking for your help because they don't want to do it. I think I done said enough, you guys. I be saying so much sometimes I be forgetting, but I gotta use the bathroom for you guys, so I'll be right back. So give me 1 second. I gotta go on mute because you guys cannot be hearing me. Okay, cannot be hearing me take a leak. I'll be right back. I love that song. All right, you guys, I'm back after hearing, you know, pay that water bill. Pulling at my heartstrings. Damn, you got me here so weak. In love with you, baby. No matter what we go through, I'm still right here for you. I can't stop. I'm in too deep. That was a little harsh, but you're pulling at my heartstrings. That's my song right there. I love that song. But yeah, yes, you guys, man. Oh, I don't even have. Well, do I have another? I think I do. I gotta get my ganja in. You guys, I'm relaxing on my day off. You guys, I love working outside because I ain't gonna lie to you. You are, you can have days where you are moving around and doing a lot of things. And then you can have other days where you don't, you're not moving around and doing all these sorts of different projects. And I love it. It's almost as if, I have the option to just shit. If I want to go in, I can go in. If I don't, I don't. I don't have to. And I'll be so happy because I'm making some good change right now. So it's exciting for me. I love it. Even though when I'm out there doing it, my little landscaping. Oh my goodness, I'll be getting a little tired, but I have to remind myself I can't complain because a lot of the times, I had days where it was a little drought. And I think about those days where it was a little drought, where it was okay, it was kind of slow, and things was just not picking up. you know. And anytime where I feel like I need to, anytime I, well, I would say anytime where I feel in my spirit of complaining, I have to think about those days. Like, think about when you didn't have a lot, or think about when you didn't have that option to go out and do what you love doing, you know. So I'd be like, I can't complain. I have to continue on pushing through just like everybody else did before me, you know. I can't be, I can't, because I look, I can't be complaining. I just know I cannot be complaining because everybody does sometimes. A lot of folks out there don't always have the options like you have the options, and I'm just grateful. I have to really humble myself when any time of when I feel any type of feeling to um what is that to a feeling to complain. You know, don't complain about it. Get through it. You know, because someone out there is probably doing a little bit more worse of things. Well, not worse, but a little bit more harder work than you are doing. So be grateful that you do got that little work to do, because you ain't gotta to keep it real. You ain't gotta have that. So I have to just humble myself and and know that you know, hey, you better continue to push through. You know, you live hard to play hard. If you want to have a good time, you want to have a good time, but you gotta push through. Excuse me, you guys. Oh my goodness, you gotta push through, and that's one thing in life we all gotta do. We gotta continue to push through, no matter how hard. Sometimes really how tired and how hard we may have to work, but we still gotta push through because we got bills. Some people, I would say the responsible ones out there got the bills. Everybody that ain't too responsible, that ain't got too many bills. They just out there, you know, freeloading. Out there, living from pillow to post, doing something for that too, to be exact. Because ain't nobody out here laying nowhere for free, not unless if that's your family member and y'all got that type of relationship. But anybody else outside of family, you either doing something, you know. I'm just saying, somebody either doing something. Maybe it may be right, it may be wrong, but you're still doing it, paying the price. hmm Folks be out here paying prices nowadays. Well, they've been doing that for years, but if you know better, you do better, and you ain't have to pay a price just to lay your head down somewhere. It's always plenty of shelters for that. But these other ones out here, they don't mind doing those type of things for a quick old burger and a fry and a hard ass couch to sleep on. hmm He said, "How is the weather out there? Is it raining out here? I mean, out there. The weather is fine. The weather has been perfect. It's been beautiful days. The weather has been beautiful, man. I get out there and get a little vitamin D, and then I bring my ass back on in the house. I get hot real fast. So, but other than that, the weather has been perfect. I mean, it's just perfect. Honestly, the summer gonna be pretty dope. I believe. Swimming. I may go swimming. I don't know. I just may take a shower. That's the water. That's all the water I need right there. But yes, it's gonna be a nice summer. Go out there and get your few snow cones. You know, bowling, skating, barbecuing. A lot of love. We should all do all that this summer. Do a little barbecue. You ain't got to cook for everybody, but just cook enough for yourself and your significant other. Y'all know how to do the damn thing. I'm just saying. That's what I would do. I do it. I do it all the time, baby. I have a nice little. Look, anytime the summer come rolling around, I have a nice little old time and just continue to just live and do me. Even I am a summer baby. I'm a summer baby, but I be so happy. You said I'm single. Oh, it's all right. You probably won't be single for too long. You know. I wasn't look. I was look. I thought I was in a relationship, but I was actually in a situation for 7 years. So I was actually single, but I was just dealing with somebody else at the time, and that person wasn't good for me, which is why I found somebody new that is good for me. I'm so happy that I found them because you know I don't have to deal with that mess. I had to cut that negative person away from me, and I got somebody positive that I really do love. So yep, just hold on in there. I got a few single friends out there too. I got a few married friends too. Mm-hmm. Few of them are married. I think some of them be ready to, leave their husband or their wife. But, it's the things that they go through. Well, I would say those are going to be part of some of the things that you go through when you are in something like that. So, hey, that's expected. But, hey, if you want to continue to fight and thrive for your relationship, I'm all for it. I don't want to see really nobody getting, like a divorce or anything like that. Now, if something goes down where somebody's getting their ass beat, it can be a man or woman, then I would suggest you need to leave. But if it ain't that, and it's just a few arguments, then y'all need to get some counseling. If you can't talk it out after you done argued it out, you need to go get some counseling. You know, and you ain't gotta be married to know that. You can be in a relationship and go out there and get some help. Yeah, domestic violence is never cool. It's never cool for no woman or male, you know, to do and be putting hands on each other. You know, that's not cool. Mm-mm. My best advice: someone is attacking you, you need to run fast. Because if not, they'll try to lock both of you. Or they will lock both of you up if they seeing scars on you and that person. Both of you going to jail. But I would say, shit, it can also be a double whammy because you know one may go to jail and when the other one may not. If they see more marks on, I guess, on your body, you must look. You weren't the aggressive one. The other party was, so you probably have a chance. I don't know. Nowadays, it just seems like shit. They see two blacks. I put it like that. When it comes to the black to our people, everybody got to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? There's no grace around us. You know. That's why it's important to really think before you react because you just never know what they're gonna throw at you. And you guys, I was watching something on YouTube today. Well, no, it was yesterday. These people that they go, these felons and other people. I don't want to say the name, but these convicts. Okay, they go before a parole board. And let me tell you like this: that parole board is a waste of time because all they are doing is just dissecting your behavior and how have you been, doing for the time being since you've been locked down. I mean, so many guys that was on there. I'm like, man, y'all been locked down for 40 something years. These people are in their 50s and 40s and 60s, and I'm like, y'all just going before a parole hearing, and as if they're gonna be giving you the right of way. Especially after they done read your crime, shit. That's look. That'd be a waste of time for me. That'd be a waste of time for me. I wouldn't even want to go. You know, I wouldn't even want to go because if I done did something terrible, then you sure know that you probably won't be getting out no time soon because you got to go before a board, a parole board. They're like, fuck that, because they answers be wasting time asking you all type of questions. How you been? How you think they been? They ain't been doing fine. They're locked down like animals. You know, but I would say, let me just say it like this: for the ones that need to be down there, that's good. But the ones that may not need to be down there, hopefully they can, get a better lawyer or something, or try to find a stay on good behavior and continue to wait and do your time in order for you to get out. But when I was just sitting back and watching the people that's on the parole board judge those convicts, I'm like, man, y'all really don't give a fuck. You don't give a damn. And then my thing is, for me, it'd be a little bit passive aggressive at that too. Like, like wow. Mm. And you expect somebody that's locked down to be over there, oh, everything is all right. When I'm just over here waiting for when I'm gonna be able to get my really to get my papers so I can get on out of here. It's just be they just be so fake to them convicts. I mean, fake as fuck. Mm-mm. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. That's why I'm doing my best to stay out of those type of places because I don't want to get lost in the system. And it seems like a lot of those men that has been locked down since I was a damn near a child, has been lost in the system, and they are still trying to kind of get back to life, but at the same time they don't. It just had things to pop up in their lives, And I ain't making no excuse for them because I feel like we are, everybody's is responsible to keep from going to that place, and whatever they were doing, and they did, it was illegal. So therefore, they was the cause of that. So they got to deal with the consequences of their actions, you know. So yeah, but I hope it get better for them because, man, I just feel like that was just. I feel sorry for some of the guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, man, these folks are just really playing in your face, and that's what they do. They play in your face. The system is so corrupt. It seems like they just play in these people faces, you know, and try to give them a good old nice nasty. Yeah, a nice nasty, bringing up shit that you done did. You know, well, I would say they bringing up old charges. And asking you questions about why you did that and how you did it and what have you learned from it. It's like, is that even really a thing? Like, why is that even important? Let's talk about the charges right now. You know, it's so crazy how the system is. It's just, man, I would say no, the color does matter. The color definitely does matter because I mean I done heard of white people killing people and they getting out. But if a black person was to do it, they just getting the life sentence like shit, bam. You're not getting out. And I'm like, man, the white man did the harsher charges than the black man. And it's like, damn. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic for another day. But it's the truth though. It's the system is just so corrupt. But if you can, do your best to stay away from around them crazy folks. Because them folks be trying to really play in your face. Play in your face, acting as if you're dumb and you're not. Especially when you can notice the bullshit. Because I've seen a lot of bullshit in those cases. And I've seen that they really just, they don't care. They just getting a check. And they just really giving you a good old interview just to see them. And they go home. But on that note, you guys, I'm gonna get up on out of here. I think I done said enough. I think I done said a good old mouthful. So hopefully there's somebody moving around, cleaning, driving. You can come back and listen to this and I can give, maybe give you a good old chuckle and some words of encouragement too. But on that note, you guys, it's time for me to dip on out of here. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I can try to find me something to eat. Hopefully I ain't gotta cook because I'm getting tired of cooking. Let me just stop eating so much of the process because it's bloating. It's really bloating me up. I'm getting puffy, and I don't like getting too puffy. I gotta, get back down. But on that note, you guys, peace, my cannonballs. Y'all enjoy y'all day. God bless y'all.